Hey guys, Pickle Plays here, and today I thought it would be fun to do another little commentary video. And of course, like all these commentary videos that's gonna be happening, I have a story to tell. I do want to mention this is the little trigger warning. This is talking about me and my gender identity, and if you are, like if you get a little nervous when talking about that or realizing that, then you can leave. I cannot make this jump. I don't know why. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay, so I am gender fluid, meaning I am both male and female. If you have any questions about like what that means, it's hard to explain. I mean, I feel both male and female. It's hard to explain exactly what that means. Essentially, I'm just dipping my foot in both pools, which is, that's what I am. I wanted to make a video because, again, this is something that's really important in my life at the moment, and especially my coming out story of sorts. I say of sorts because it's not really a full coming out. At least not my attention. So pretty much 6 months ago, I think, or something, I don't know. I told my mom. Very nervous because, as you know, if you guys don't know, telling your parents that, you are not the, you're not the gender that they think you are. It could cause some difficulties, to say the least, depending on what family you're part of. And I got lucky with this because I know a lot of people are not as lucky, unfortunately. So I told my mom, which probably was not the right move to do, because she has a big mouth, like a really, really big mouth. Which is something I knew, but I thought since this was more of a serious topic, and I told her I wasn't ready to tell other people, and so I thought she would, for once, not say anything, which there's a reason why I'm telling you this story. That's not what happened. So pretty much I told my mom, and then literally like that week, my dad started being very suspicious. I think my mom told my dad not to tell me that he knows, which is, so my mom knew that she did something wrong, but, it's how it is. It's how it is. So, yeah, my dad was not a great liar. Yeah, so I pretty much knew immediately that he knew, which was, it was not the best feeling to know that your secret was outed so easily. Of course, I didn't tell him because I was extremely nervous of what he would think, and I don't know, when coming out to people, the hardest thing is the not knowing how they would react, especially parents, because a lot of parents are they might get it like in a surface level, but they really don't understand how, like, what it really means. It's hard to explain, but like say if I would, especially with job, so as you guys know, I am still looking for a job and all that fun stuff. I have to hide my identity because of the fact that well, my parents want me to hide my identity because they think it would be harder for me to get a job that way, which maybe. I do live in a place that is very accepting overall, so it's hard to say, but they also they always want me to be safe and all that stuff, but when you are hiding a part of you that is a part of you and it's something you can't really change, that actually hurts a lot more than what other people could do, which it's like I'm trying to it does not feel good to hide who you are. And then my mom also told my sister. She was a lot better at hiding it. I didn't actually know until like I came out to her about it. But she's definitely the best one because, you know, she's part of my generation, so she understands more what what it is. I don't know. She understands more about it. Can I? Nope. Okay. They were smart there. Like, let me give you an example of like how it feels really. So, like, it's hard. I'm gonna try to explain it the best I can. And just it's hard to. I'm gonna try to explain it. So, I like to dress feminine. That is something I like to do. And when I am forced not to and forced to act something I'm not, which is complete masculine, especially when I am looking for a job, it makes me feel really icky, and wrong, and like it it does not make me feel good in the slightest. I think that's like the best way to explain it, like without getting into really big details. But another thing is, like, I told my friends. Luckily I was the one who told my friends and not my mom. I would have had another conversation with her about that one. But yeah, again, same type of nerves. Like, I didn't know how they would react, because, you know, a person needs friends, you know, especially a person who struggles to be around people. But yeah, they were really chill about it. I liked it. That's pretty much the story about them. They did nothing else because they actually know how to keep a secret. Because again, I'm not really ready to go fully public about it. I'm getting there. Like, I'm at the point where, like, if people find out, then I don't really care. But I don't think I'm. Why is this? But I'm not fully ready to say it myself, if that makes any sense. Probably because I'm afraid of the looks that they might give. I also hate when people, like, say they understand, or like say all these things that you want to hear, but like then in the next sentence say something that you don't want to hear. So my grandmother, she now knows because, you know, like usual, my mom told her, for a reason. This one, I don't know why. I don't know why my mom told my grandmother. There's no reason to do that. And then my grandmother literally did not hide the fact that she knew. She, just like my mom, she has a big mouth. And so pretty much the first thing she said was job related, to wear like gender neutral clothing, which, I mean, like, she said that before she mentioned that she knew, which that's kind of like, that's when I first realized that she definitely knows. Oh, come on. Goodness gravy. But then she just flat out said that she knew, which, you know, respect to her that she just flat out told me. So I didn't have to do what I did with my dad, was and you know, be a detective about it. Like, she just flat out told me that she knew, and then she said something like that I was good. She said how it shouldn't really matter since I'm the same person anyways. My personality is the same, which is a chaotic, psychopathic chicken. Sorry. Yeah, so like, that was good. And then she started saying how, like, I also should hide my identity for because how other people might see me, which is literally the point of me dressing how I want. I want other people to see me and, you know what the gender I am, and not misgender me. That's literally the point. Which that did not feel great. Of course, she's my grandmother. I'm not gonna flat out say anything because I don't have. I'm not brave. I hate confrontation. That's also why I didn't tell my mom. I didn't like talk to my mom about it because I'm not a confrontational person. Confrontation makes me nervous. So yeah, mother like daughter. My grandmother. Again, this one I also have no idea. I have no idea about. I don't know why she did this, but she told my cousin, one of my cousins, and oh my, I don't know why. I to this day, like, I don't see the reason to even tell anyone. And my grandmother told me that she told my cousin, so she has no regrets whatsoever, which is, you know, I guess good for her. Good for her. But apparently my cousin had a feeling since, you know, I have long hair or longer hair, and I had nails painted at the time. Unfortunately, they're not painted now. If you watch the video called like Job Troubles, you understand why I don't have my nails painted anymore. Which is also due to my parents. That's pretty much my accidental coming out story, which I mean, great. Like, I am so happy that the things I tried so hard for people not to know is coming out slowly without my permission. Lovely, amazing. Also, yeah, it's very easy to misgender me. I do understand that. I am very understanding. I am not I'm not the type of person who like will get super upset if someone misgenders me. Like, a lot of people still call me he, him. They use those pronouns, which, like, I don't really care all too much. As long as you try, as long as you're like trying or like to gender me correctly, I use they. I prefer they them, or like she they, or not really solely he him. But like I don't really mind. It's not something I like am super fussed about if someone calls me he him. I notice it. I notice it every time because that's how my brain is structured that way. Like, oh, there's a little mistake, but it's not something I'm like super like. I don't really I'm mad at it. I'm like, you know, it makes sense. Like, my voice is deeper. It's my voice. Okay, my voice isn't even that deep. My voice isn't even that deep. It's just not really feminine. Which is really, you know, like, if you look at me, my appearance is actually, I have a very feminine physique, I would say. Like, more than like without doing anything like to my body, it's kind of, like with me with long hair, it makes it, it's hard to explain. I've been like gendered as a female sometimes, based on solely pictures, which is like, I mean, good, great. But like, my voice is not feminine in the slightest. I don't have the voice talent to make it like super high pitched all the time. I tried doing it there. Nothing new. Love it. Yeah, as long like, if you try to gender me correctly, then thank you. But if it's harder for you, then I'm very understanding. I'm not someone who gets really upset. But like, do not think I'm probably the minority in this. Please, 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 gender people correctly if you can. It's not good if like, it's not good gendering people not right, because you might not think anything's wrong, but I guarantee if they don't speak up, they're definitely feeling awful. Also, why if someone has changed their name, don't use their own name. that is also a big no-no. That's what's called a dead name, and they're dead. Of course, like, people make mistakes, and humans are like that. Humans are kind of dumb. Sorry if you guys get offended by that, but it's true. Humans are dumb. I might make a video on that. How I feel, like, my thoughts about humans as a whole. That'd be a fun video. We are bound to make mistakes, and that's okay, as long as you, like, correct yourself if you catch it. And if you don't catch it and they decide to, like, talk to you about it, then listen and then correct it for next time. We're all humans here. We all want to feel safe and valued. We want to feel seen, and if we don't, then what's the point of, like, being around people, I guess? Ooh, I love Neos. Neos are amazing. I am probably also in the minority of that. I love 1-block Neos. It's just it's so fun. 2-block Neos get a little more annoying. 3-block Neos are just not okay. They're one of the only jumps I have not figured out. And I figured out a lot of jumps. Over the years of me just jumping, I know how to do some jumps. Except 3-block Neos. Those jumps, they're a little bit, how do I say it? Devilish. One of my least favorite colors is yellow, by the way. It's just like, it's ugly. Same with orange, but yellow and orange are very similar. I mentioned the orange part in video I made a long time ago with Micro. When I made his ugly house into a slightly less ugly house. So, like, I mentioned how orange was a terrible color and how it should be extinct from mankind. But yeah, like, if you guys want to know my favorite colors, while I'm running, just try to keep some content going. My favorite colors are red, obviously, and pink. Less obvious. Pink is amazing. Is a great color. I will not hear otherwise. Like a soft pink, love it. And then a blood red. Yeah, it's those are my two favorite colors. And I'm not gonna say my favorite block. My blah blah blah. Fun. There we go. Easy enough. That was just a dumb mistake on my part. And also, like, if you guys have made it this far, and you don't understand some part, like, you don't understand some things I've said, then you can ask me questions. That is okay. I will be happy to answer questions, because, you know, it's better than being wrong. Being ignorant is one of my least favorite things in humankind. Like, I have a thing where, like, when I was younger, this did not exist. But if I don't know something, I'm not gonna guess. And if I do guess, I will say this is a guess. Because, like, sure, being wrong is fine. I'm not saying being wrong is not fine. It's fine. Everyone's wrong. Like, humans are just dumb. I've said this before. But, like, if you're wrong in saying that you're right, or, like, fully thinking, well, use W. Oh, probably from up there, duh. Like, if you think you're wrong, if you think you're right but you're wrong, don't try it. What do you mean only use W? If I only use W, I just fall off. What are you talking about? Maybe instead of, like, strafing, just... Okay. So it was just no strafing. Yeah, so, like, if you answer something like, say, this is something that I actually did when I was younger, and looking back on it, I'm so embarrassed. But, like, so I like to think I like to make people think I'm smart, which is not true. I am not a bright individual, which is why I'm not in college anymore. I have messed up. I have a lot of like school related like, so ready for this? Ready? I'm gonna give a little list of things I have. I am diagnosed with ADHD, and during the school years it was not treated because I took one medication and it was like a terrible medication. It made me overly emotional, and you know, it was not go straight. Oh, just in case. Maybe like that. Yep. Okay. Pretty much it's just these. It made me overly emotional, and I stopped taking it. I it was not a fun year. So ever since that, I wasn't on any sort of medication, because I was afraid. And then so yeah, I have ADHD, and I also have I'm dyslexic. Oh wait, I'm dyslexic, which is like, if you know me at all, I was only that. Okay, if you know if you know me at all, you can really like see it. I have misspelled countless words. Like, it's funny. It's like, if you wait. Oh, I know this. Okay. If you during the whole wedding scene in Limelight, where I was trying to be a house wrecker, and I wrote a little message for them, pretty much saying if anything goes wrong with the marriage, I'm there to be there for Goofy. And yeah, that was a lot of things were spelled wrong or grammatically wrong. Yeah, so I am what you call dyslexic. I'm also dyscalculic. I don't know how to pronounce it, but pretty much I actually can't see numbers in my head. Like, I have an inability to do mental math. Like, I can do, like, you know, 1 + 1 = 2. Like, that's just memorizing, which is something I can do. But like, when it's like more complicated, like 7, like, when I don't, it's hard to explain, but like, I just, like, I can't really visualize the numbers to like do it in my head, which is something I realized sooner, and like, which is something I realized like maybe a couple months ago. I did enjoy it. Thank you.
Finished map.
Yeah, I learned that recently. So of course, since I just learned about that, I had no way to fix that or have any accommodations for that. Then I probably have some sort of autism. That it's not diagnosed, so I can't really say much to that, but I have some general tics that could be considered, you know, it could be considered to be on the spectrum. But again, I'm not diagnosed, so I can't really say anything about that. Because who knows? It might just be ADHD, because I know they're very close. Well, plus a lot of other things, which I might make a separate video on, because I have a lot of disabilities in some cases. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000. You know the drill by now. If you don't, well, if you're new, then subscribe. 1,000. You help me out. Thank you. Like it if you liked it. If you didn't like it, well, you shouldn't really be here, because you should have left the video by now. Unless you're gonna leave a hate comment, then do it. It better make it good, because I guarantee the things you say to me cannot be worse than the things I say to myself. Haha, beat you there. Then comment. If you have any questions, let me know. That's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. And always remember to sleep with your pillow. Goodbye.